By the time the Cold War had ended and the nuclear arms race lost its momentum, the US had amassed huge amounts of radioactive waste, depleted uranium. But where others saw an unusable waste product, Washington decided to put its uranium to use.
Battlefields and fighting are by nature hazardous to your health. Some hazards are easy to identify and well understood. However, some lesser hazards from new technological applications are not so well known and recognized. One of these newer applications is the use of depleted uranium in munitions and equipment armor.
To nije samo osiromašeni uranijum, to je nuklearni otpad.
Depleted uranium is radioactive waste left over from uranium enrichment for nuclear weapons and fuel rods.
Znači, to je nuklearni otpad koji se stavlja u oružje da bi oružje imalo veću probojnu moć. Drugi aspekt je ekonomski aspekt.
Some of the low-level nuclear waste needs to be deposited somewhere.
Ne moraju da skladište svoj nuklearni otpad, nego ga stavljaju u oružje i na taj način ga seju po celom svetu. Skladištenje nuklearnog otpada košta.
In 1992, the U.S. Army Environmental Policy Institute, or AEPI, was ordered by the Assistant Secretary of the Army to find a way to reduce the toxicity of depleted uranium ammunitions. In 1995, the AEPI published the results of its investigation. The report concluded that if depleted uranium enters the body, it has the potential to generate significant medical consequences. It talked about the risks of radiation-induced cancer and genetic effects, and how uranium concentrates in the bone, kidney, and liver. Even though it concluded that depleted uranium is inherently toxic, only 2 months after the report was published, the US used depleted uranium munitions during NATO's bombing of Bosnia and Herzegovina. For almost a month, NATO forces pounded Serbian targets in what they called an attempt to bring peace to Bosnia. One of the targets was a military factory in the town of Hadžići, just 10 kilometers from the capital, Sarajevo. In 2001, an Italian freelance journalist found 3 30mm bullets on this compound, depleted uranium bullets.
Najdrastičniji je primjer stanovnika Hadžića koji su prema ispitivanjima instituta u Vinči bili izloženi radijaciji 2000 puta većoj od dozvoljene.
Svi njihovi raspadni produkti osiromašenog uranijuma nalaze se na listi kancerogenih supstanci Svetske zdravstvene organizacije.
Od 1995. godine prema 2000. godini imamo naglo povećani broj malignih obolenja. 4 puta više je oboljevalo stanovništvo istočnog Sarajeva od malignih obolenja.
A conflict was brewing not too far from Bosnia, in the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, then comprising of Serbia and Montenegro, or more accurately, in Serbia's southern province of Kosovo. A new kind of experiment was about to unfold in the heart of Europe. So NATO manufactured a case for military intervention.
Kosovo today, it's the most dangerous part of Europe. The province that rebels want to turn into Europe's newest country.
Our objective in Kosovo remains clear: to stop the killing and achieve a durable peace.
And allow these people to live in peace.
To live in peace.
Peace, freedom, and prosperity.
For peacekeeping operations.
To build peace.
And build peace. To live in peace. Peaceful. Yes to peace. Just peace. And peace. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace.
Yeah, they all wanted peace. A piece of Serbia. Thus, Serbia became the first country that was bombed and punished for fighting terrorism.
Albanian forces based in Albania were entering Serbia, carrying out terrorist attacks in order to elicit a harsh Serbian response, which could be used as a justification for NATO, meaning U.S. intervention, which is what happened. U.S. started bombing Serbia.
Western politicians even went so far as to call what was happening in Kosovo genocide.
The racial genocide
is genocidal attacks on the Kosovo people.
Even though a UN court ruled in 2001 that there was no genocide in Kosovo, that didn't matter. The US had already established its military base in Kosovo and it wasn't going anywhere. In bombing the land with depleted uranium, NATO had committed acts that came much, much closer to an actual genocide.
In 2000, NATO disclosed DU weapons were used during its mission to bring peace to Kosovo. The Pentagon couldn't hide cancer deaths among NATO soldiers who were serving in the region.
But if all this happened to soldiers who were only temporarily stationed in the region, what happened to the people who live in Serbia? These couples in Serbia's capital, Belgrade, decided to get married during the 1999 NATO bombing. It was a clear message to those who were sowing death and destruction, even going so far as bombing maternity hospitals. But as some of these couples soon found out, starting a family wasn't as easy as it was before the bombing.
100% je porastao muški sterilitet u poslednjih godina u Srbiji. I vi vidite sve veći broj mladih parova kod kojih su na izgled zdravi i muškarac i žena koji ne mogu da imaju decu. Dobar dan, tugo, evo vraćam ti se ja.
And it looks like it wasn't all that great for many kids who were born.
Prva studija Komisije za istragu posledica NATO bombardovanja pokazuje da kod dece koja su rođena oko 1999. godine raste broj obolelih od malignih bolesti.
A naročito leukemije kod dece od 5. do 9. godine. Broj obolele dece od malignih bolesti krvi i mozga u značajnom je porastu i od 1999. godine je svake godine sve veći.
Serbia has been through wars before. These couples thought that once the bombing stops, things will get back to normal. None of them knew about the damage a single particle of depleted uranium can cause, and how much of it was dropped on them.
15 tona osiromašenog uranijuma, takva je procena, je isporučeno Srbiji i Crnoj Gori 1999. godine. 15 tona.
I guess you can't help but ask, how was any of this legal?
By using depleted uranium ammunition, NATO violated international humanitarian law.
Oh, so it wasn't legal. But aside from depleted uranium use, NATO contaminated Serbia in other ways as well.
Zato što su bombardovali fabrike, bombardovali su elektropostrojenja gde imate jako puno polihlorobifenila, to su jedinjenja koje su izuzetno toksična, kancerogena. Recimo 1 litar polihlorobifenila može da vam zagadi 1 milijardu litara vode. Onda tu je bio piralen. Tu su bili teški metali svih vrsta.
All this chemistry sounds pretty scary. Pyrrolin is a toxic and cancerous substance used as a cooling fluid in high-voltage electrical transformers, several of which were on NATO's hit list in Serbia. When NATO bombed one of these transformers in the southern city of Niš, 70 tons of this toxic fluid was released. Most of it burned off, while about 7 tons went into the ground, thus penetrating our food and water cycle. And then this happened. And this.
We sent our pilots into the air to destroy the oil refinery systems of Serbia, and they did so successfully.
Kako možete bombardovati rafineriju nafte u Novom Sadu, koji se nalazi stotinama kilometara daleko od Kosova, koji je u neposrednoj blizini glavnog izvorišta jednog velikog grada, trećeg grada po veličini u Srbiji, sa zaštitom Albanaca od strašnih Srba, naravno nikako.
After all, NATO destroyed only 13 Yugoslav army tanks during the entire 78-day bombing campaign. So what was their prime target?
60% ciljeva su upravo bili civilni objekti, gde i nije bilo vojske. Oštetili su ekološki sistem gde god su gađali postrojenja koja su bila na mapama hazarda. Svaka zemlja ih ima i svaka zemlja ih dostavlja javnosti. Zašto? Zato što je potrebno da u slučaju upravo takvih nekakvih katastrofa se zna koja postrojenja treba zaštititi i koja postrojenja ne treba dirati. Oni su namerno to bombardovali, što znači da su hteli da vide šta će se dešavati sa stanovništvom u okolini. Bukvalno su od nas napravili eksperimentalno područje, jednu veliku eksperimentalnu laboratoriju. I u tome se ogleda sva genocidnost NATO-a i njihove agresije 1999. godine.
NATO's military campaign was named Operation Noble Anvil, but was mistranslated to Operation Merciful Angel in Serbian. A dark, twisted angel at that. One that killed both Serbs and Albanians, who it was allegedly trying to protect. Despite the cancer rate among Kosovo Albanians, according to intelligence sources, tripling since 1999, the self-proclaimed Kosovo authorities don't dare defy the official NATO narrative on depleted uranium, as NATO countries vastly supported their declaration of independence. Instead, Albanians got a private American hospital in Kosovo's capital, Pristina. I guess that's one way to do business. Give them cancer and then earn money by treating them. And the worst thing about this whole thing was that the depleted uranium was here to stay.
And as it takes billions of years for uranium to decay, the shadow of the ghost of the merciful angel will hang over the region virtually forever.